Welcome to this week's The Rating Room Quiz. This is where I test Andy's knowledge on this week's film, which is obviously Catch Me If You Can. So it's time to buckle up and get those thinking caps on. Andy, are you ready?
I've got my pen, I've got my paper, I've got my brain. I'm ready to go.
So Andy, I must admit, I'm quite proud of the questions I got ready for you this week. I wouldn't say I'm confident. I don't think you're going to get 100%, Andy. There could be egg on my face here. But I do feel happy with these questions I've got ready. So, as always, Andy, I nearly mixed it up this week. But as always, 2 statements are correct and 2 are false. I was going to mix it up for the last episode of season 2, but I chose
a week 10 rule change would have been very harsh, I think.
Indeed. So, first statement, and obviously listeners feel free to play at home or wherever you are, commuting, walking the dog, cat, rabbit, snake, whatever. Ready? First statement. The real-life Frank Jr. makes a cameo in the film as the French officer who arrests Frank on Christmas Eve in 1967. Second statement. Having just starred in The Green Mile, Castaway and Road to Perdition, Tom Hanks was reluctant to star as a supporting actor in Catch Me If You Can. However, Spielberg managed to convince Hanks to star in the film. Third statement. The James Bond classic Goldfinger is one of Steven Spielberg's favourite films. Using his connections at DreamWorks and Eon, Spielberg managed to call in a favour and they located the exact Aston Martin DB5 used in Goldfinger. And the last statement. The film was turned into a musical in 2011. So Andy, which 2 are correct and which 2 are false?
I applaud you, Jay. You have outdone yourself. 2 of the statements stand out for me straight away. One I think is true, although I don't know it for sure, and one I'm pretty sure is false. The other 2 I'm a bit up in the air about, but I'm going to go with statement 1 being true, that the real-life Frank Abagnale Jr. did make a cameo. I don't recall seeing his name in the credits, but I have a feeling it was him. So I'm going to say statement 1 is true. Hanks being reluctant to be a supporting actor, I'm not sure about that one, but I've gone with false. So statement 2 false. Now statement 3, Goldfinger. Calling in a favour and getting the exact Aston Martin. I'm not sure about this one. I know the number plates, and it wasn't the number plate, so maybe the registration has changed. You know, it could have been false plates, could have been a different plate, but that reason, and for some reason, it didn't quite look the same, even though it is the same model. I'm pretty sure. You know, it is an Aston Martin DB5. For some reason, it just didn't look like the James Bond car. So I'm going to say, for that reason, that is also false. Which leaves statement 4, the film being turned into a musical. I don't recall hearing about such a thing, but I'm sure if it does exist, I'm sure it's tremendous. But I'm going to say that is true. So I'm going true, false, false, true.
Andy, you frustrate me. You've got them all right.
Oh, would you look at that?
Ended with
I don't think you're going to get 100% this week,
there's alright. So the first one, that I don't have anything to add. He does appear in it. Now, the second one, Spielberg actually was reluctant to approach Tom Hanks because it was a supporting acting role, and he didn't think Hanks would be interested. However, when he did end up passing it on to Tom Hanks, Hanks said straight away, a good part is a good part regardless of the size of the part. So that is, you got that right. That is a full statement. Now, Andy, the James Bond one. So I mixed in a bit of trueness and a bit of falseness there. So, Goldfinger is one of Steven Spielberg's favourite films. And the car, Aston Martin DB5, that is in Catch Me If You Can, is the exact make and model, but not the same car that was in Goldfinger. However, the exact car that was in Goldfinger was stolen from a secure hangar in Florida in 1997. Now, detectives have never been able to find where this car ended up. However, according to a Telegraph report, they believe that the DB5 resides in a private setting in the Middle East somewhere. So I thought that was an interesting tidbit there.
I never knew that about the Aston Martin being stolen. I would have thought that would have come up in one of our James Bond episodes.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. But I thought that was, I was surprised that Goldfinger was one of Spielberg's favourite films as well. But yeah, so well done. We have to tally this up, won't we? In our end of season special to see how you got on over the course of the last 10 weeks. But well done, Andy. You finished on a high.
That is the way to go. Peak at the end.
Yeah, it's better than peaking too early.
Oh, I did that as well.
The Rain Room.